Alright, so today's video is unfortunately not going to be a little bit different. Today, we are once again talking about Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks, Anna Kasparian from TYT, for, of course, all of the very, very wrong reasons. And the reason that we're making this video today is because Anna Kasparian, on this other show that she does, and also on TYT's main show, said that the left does not care about crime. They don't think crime exists. That is literally what she said, almost verbatim. And most Americans, almost every American, actually supports Donald Trump federalizing the DC police and sending out the military to places like Los Angeles. He said he was going to send troops to Chicago. Without further ado, here is Anna Kasparian, home of the progressives. Anna Kasparian being the worst possible version of herself that she could possibly be. Here it is.
If he wanted to do something as extreme, in my opinion, as declaring martial law to federalize police all across the country, like that is, in my opinion, a legitimate concern. But at the same time, again, I want those who are worried about this, and I am worried about that, to consider the fact that if you ignore a problem, well, then you're going to create like a groundswell of support for more authoritarian measures, and that's what's happened. Look at the polling. Look, most Americans are actually in favor of what he's doing.
It's like it's coming to a city near you, and in Los Angeles, it's like, God, I hope so.
Yeah, like in Los Angeles, like, God, I hope so. I hate Jillian Michaels. Not about Jillian Michaels, but Anna Kasparian just made the claim there that most Americans are actually in favor of what Donald Trump's doing, and that's not fucking true at all. Could you guys believe that she was fucking lying about it? No, she couldn't be. Okay, so we have two things pulled up here, but you're not going to find anything above these numbers we're about to show you. So this is a poll conducted by The Hill that was published 8 days ago. Few support federal takeover of police despite crime concerns. Survey. Only a third of Americans support the federal government taking charge of major cities' police departments despite a widespread concerns about the prevalence of crime in the country, a new poll found. So according to The Hill, only a third of Americans support it. We say, well, you know, that's The Hill. They're not really great on a lot of stuff. I'm not a huge fan of The Hill. Okay, so let's go to PBS. PBS reporting a higher number. About half of U.S. adults approve of Trump's approach to crime, APNORC poll finds. So even at the absolute highest number, you can, if you want to put a number on it, it's only 50%. This is according to these two polls, of course. You're not going to find numbers higher than that. Anna Kasparian sitting there saying that most Americans are in favor of this when Donald Trump sent troops to LA. There were tons and tons of videos. I don't think I actually covered it on the channel. There were tons and tons of videos, live news feeds of on-the-ground reporters like from CNN, NBC, protesters clashing with these soldiers, with these troops that were sent to the grounds of LA. Most Americans do absolutely not support this. Her saying that is an egregious, a disgusting, a rotten, filthy fucking lie. A just straight fucking lie. You know who does propaganda like that? Fox fucking News does propaganda like that. People like Glenn Beck, people like Ben Shapiro, people like Dave Rubin, all of the right-wing fucking nut jobs that TYT loves to make fun of when it's convenient for them, do shit like that. But when they do it and they get called out for it, we're being attacked. Oh, yeah. Here's another clip. We're going to move on to the second clip here already, I know. Here's another clip of Anna Kasparian saying that people on the left don't think crime exists. This one's really wild. I've got a lot to say about this one. Here it is.
They feel desperate and they're looking for literally any solution. And so the pendulum keeps swinging, guys, and that's the important thing to keep in mind as we continue to allow extreme partisans, I should say, to essentially take control of politics in general, right? You're going to get higher crime as a result of the left denying that it even exists. Then you have the right come in. The pendulum swings all the way.
I'm sorry. I have to run it back. I'm sorry. The left acts like crime doesn't. Who does that? Who the fuck does that shit?
Of the left denying that it even exists.
Who on the left denies that crime exists? I need somebody to point this out to me. Who in the goddamn fuck is on the left, a person that has a voice, a person with a platform, is sitting there saying, who, just in general, is sitting there saying, crime does not exist. No one says that. They have said this before. I have covered a clip of them saying the left acts like, the left thinks crime does not exist. No, they don't. Look at people like Sam Cedar, Emma Vigeland, Kyle Kalinske, Hassan Piker, R.M. Brown, Dusty Show, just to name a couple of them. The Rational National, David Dole, Ole Yemi, Rebecca Azer, Benjamin Dixon, just to name a few. Just to name a few. None of them are sitting there saying crime does not exist. Nobody's saying that. That's like something you'd hear in like an animated like superhero cartoon show, like the villain sitting there. I feel like the only people that would say something like crime doesn't exist are the criminals. But I just no who on the left is saying crime does not exist? Nobody. I don't know what the fuck happened to her fucking brain to where it's just like a puddle now, and thoughts that are fucking actually coherent can't be conjured up anymore. Where is she getting this from? Is this all a result of TYT being called out for doing Fox News propaganda with the Venezuelan violent gangs in the Aurora, Colorado apartment complex? I feel like ever since they got called out for just doing straight Republican propaganda bullshit, I feel like it's just been not even like just straight like down like, off of a cliff. It's like worse than that. It's like TYT completely imploded on itself, and it's like I'm watching a parody. It's like I'm watching a parody of TYT right now. Like I cannot fathom how she actually believes this. That the left thinks that crime does not exist. I don't know anyone I've never seen anybody say that except for her saying that people say that. No one says that shit. Literally nobody.
Then you have the right come in, the pendulum swings all the way back to tough on crime policies, and now you have a militarized situation in Washington, D.C., which, by the way, Trump actually has the right to do this, as sad as I am to say that. He has the—
You weren't sad to say it on your other show. When was this fucking... This clip was posted on August 18th. The other clip we just watched was posted on August 16th. What do you mean you're sad to say it? You just said on your other show that that you kind of agree with it. You think most Americans do too. What the fuck are you talking about? Hypocrite.
Right to do this. And so I don't know what this is going to look like. This, I think, is also going to be a massive waste of resources. I would be shocked if the National Guard was looking forward to being deployed for this reason. And it doesn't get to the heart of why there is a problem in Washington, D.C. with these carjackings.
So she says at the end there, which I don't know if that's what preceded the clip. It doesn't get to the heart of the problem as to why there is it doesn't get to the heart of the problem as to why there's an issue with carjackings in Washington, D.C. But if you go and actually fucking, maybe, I don't know, do some research, look at the fucking facts, you'll see that even the carjacking claim that Anna Kasparian is hinging her entire argument on is a load of fucking horse shit. The smelliest, stinkiest, wettest, fall in it, slip in it, clothes are ruined, smell like shit for the rest of the day, even after you take 3 hours, horse shit. Okay? The Metropolitan Police Department released crime statistics from factcheck.org assessing claims about the reliability of DC crime data. The Metropolitan Police Department released crime statistics on August 11th. August 11th. That was just a couple of days before Anna Kasparian said that on the main TYT show. That showed the number of homicides in the city had decreased by 32% from 2023 to 2024 and by 12% so far from 2024 to 2025. Average written violent crime overall for 2024 was down 35% from the previous year and was the lowest it has been in over 30 years. Excuse me. In addition to overall violent crime reduction, homicides are down 30%, robberies are down 39%, armed carjackings are down 53%. Right there. Boom. Right fucking there. I don't know if Anna Kasparian knows how to read anymore. Apparently, that's not an ability or a skill she possesses any longer. Right here. The police own statistics These are the police talking about the crime, right? They're saying that the crime is down. The police love to make excuses and say, oh, crime is up, this is why we need this, we need that, we need more funding, we need military-grade equipment. They are saying that carjackings are down. That's what they're saying themselves. So this bullshit about, Trump has the right to do this, and, either way, it's not addressing the problem with the carjackings. There's not a problem with carjackings. They're down. They're continuing to go down. And I don't have this pulled up, but you guys could go and look this up for yourself. She's sitting there saying all of this shit in Baltimore. The mayor of Baltimore, the Democratic mayor of Baltimore, has done an incredible job at getting the homicide rate down to the lowest it has been in literally, I think, 3 or 4 decades, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken on that. If I'm mistaken, please correct me in the comments. I covered this in another video. And the way that he did that was not more police. It was not sending troops out onto the streets. It was not funding the police more. It wasn't federalizing, militarizing, whatever the fuck you want to say. It was through social networks. It was through creating programs for violence reduction, putting people like social workers in, putting I don't remember the word they used, the actual term for people, but people that are trained to try and oh my god, I totally lost my train of thought. People that try and diffuse situations so that they don't turn into someone pulling out a gun and shooting someone else. That is what they did. And it's like I said, the homicide rate is the lowest it has been in 4 decades in Baltimore. And people love to talk about Baltimore. The right loves to talk about Baltimore's a shithole. It's a crime hole. There's so much crime in Baltimore. It's a war zone. The way he did that, the way the Baltimore mayor fucking got the homicide rate down was because did what we know works to try and reduce crime. Investing in the community. That's how you do it. You don't sit there and send troops onto the street. I cannot believe that TYT has, I don't even know, 6-7 million subscribers. They have an obligation. They have a duty. They have a responsibility with a platform that large to not fucking lie. I have 5,300, I think 19 is the exact number of subscribers. I have 5,319 subscribers. We're going to say that's the number. I don't know the exact number right now. And I, as goofy as I am, as unprofessional as these videos are, as much as I scream and cuss and make jokes and say absurd shit, I know I have a responsibility at the end of the day, even though I have a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of the platform that TYT has. I know at the end of the day, I have a responsibility to make sure that you guys are getting accurate information, and whatever I'm talking about, I am not lying to you. I am presenting you with facts that can be backed up by evidence, things that you can sit there and go back, read back and say, oh, okay, this is where he got this. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. This tracks. They have a responsibility that they are not living up to, and that shit makes me so mad. It makes me so goddamn angry that they want to use their platform to lie. And then, like I said, when it's convenient for them, trash the right wing and say that, oh, they're liars. But then when they get called out for doing the exact same thing the right wing does, they say they are being attacked. No, you guys are just horrible fucking people. You're liars. You are lying to your audience. You are misusing your platform to spread false propaganda. It doesn't sit right with me. It makes me feel icky. It makes me upset. It makes me angry. It makes me fucking just, I cannot believe how far TYT has fallen. I know I've went into a really, really long rant here at the end. I do apologize. If you are still with me, congratulations. You made it to the end of maybe one of my most unhinged videos. Maybe not one of my most unhinged, but definitely a lot of yapping from me. That being said, though, that is going to be it for this video. Again, if you made it to the end, congratulations. You probably have a really, really bad migraine now. But guys, let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know what you thought of my coverage of Anna Kasparian. Literally just brain completely gone. brain gone. Let me know what you thought of my coverage of all this. Let me know what you think of crime being down and Donald Trump, going out and saying, crime is up. We need to put troops on the ground. We need to send the National Guard into all these cities. We need to federalize the DC Police Department. And I will see you guys in the next one.